Hello, good morning, happy Wednesday, halfway through the week, and we're gonna be diving into with queries. Hello, Isatsu. How are you doing today? I'm glad you're here because we can take a look into this, and you can let me know how well or not well I'm learning this. All okay today? That's good. Albert, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so as I mentioned, the plan is to dive into with queries so we can understand it. So then we can use it with that query we're trying to get, where we're trying to get the parents and the children at the same time. You did not sleep enough today. I am right there with you. I didn't go to bed until 11 o'clock, and then it takes a little while to go to sleep. And I think I woke up like a couple times over the night, because we're in that awkward state where it's not too cold at night and then it gets really cold overnight, and then that, so I have to like wake up to put on more blankets, and if I put them on all at the beginning, I just overheat, which is not great. So that's a fun time of year. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The basic value of select in width. So it looks like width is at the top level, right? Width selects in there with an as. And then of course we might do the recursive queries. With recursive is what you're doing. So is that a generic? Or is that table name? The optional recursive modifier changes width from a mere syntactic convenience into a feature that accomplishes things not otherwise possible in standard SQL. Using recursive, a with query can refer to its own output. A very simple example is this query to sum the integers from 1 through 100. I don't know if I need this one, because I was planning on just getting the immediate children. Oh, just the name of the field, but it isn't required if you name it in the query. Okay, that's good to know. I don't actually know if I need the recursive one, because I just want the immediate children. So let's take a look. Here's what we... Oh, I need... Talk about being tired. I need to actually give it what table I'm trying to look at. Diablo D3, hello. How are you doing today? What is going on, and is it something it can gatekeep and or make fun of you over? Of course, everything can be made fun of over. All right, so here's what's going on. We're making this Twitter X clone. We're making just the bare bones of it, and we have posts. So we have a single post table, and a post can also be a child of another post. So it can have a parent. So for example, hello world first post and another top level post are two sort of like top level posts. And then this hi is a response post to this hello world. So we can see the parent ID here. So what I would like to do is write a SQL query that gets me all of the parent posts along with their, so like a specific parent post. I don't want all of the parent posts. I want to say, okay, give me this post. So I click on it. I want post ID 1, but give me all of its children too. That's what I want to know. Well, and that's the thing is like I know enough SQL to get by with like a lot of different things, but this is a more advanced thing that I'm not sure how to do. So that's what we're learning. I believe you could avoid the CTE and just use union to get the post in the first query and children in a second. Wait, can I use a union to avoid and it's a single query to the database, but two queries in a single query? Is that what you mean? Hmm. Okay. I could see that being pretty awesome. So is that a select union? I thought I saw a union in. Yeah, okay. So that'd be a select union like this, right? Weld 4, hello. How are you doing today? Why did I pick Rust and SQL for this project? Well, SQL because I like Postgres more than I like well, okay. I like SQL databases more than I like NoSQL databases, and Postgres because I like Postgres more than MySQL. That's pretty much like the reasons for choosing any of these things. Now, to be honest, I wonder how many people in YouTube comments once they like start seeing this are going to start saying something like, "Hey, a graph database would make this easy." Uh, you were gonna shoot me if I used MySQL? Oh, come on. I use MySQL at work, and it's okay. Like it's had several updates recently, but so has Postgres. And it's like every time I'm like, hey, maybe MySQL has like gotten good, and it's like, well, but Postgres have got even better. So like I'm just gonna stay with that. I have no reason to switch away from it. Okay, so union. Let's go. Okay, using operators union. So is there an example with union? I'm a little bit concerned that did I just go through everything? Yep. Wait, I just my mouse like slipped over to the left and I started going up. Okay, here we go. So here's a union. So select distributors name from distributors where the name is like, okay, so it has W at the beginning. So literally all of these. Um, union and then select actor's name. Oh, okay. Oh. All right. So let's start that to beginning with. MySQL is the bane of your existence with your my system and how I never used Postgres when I was a sysadmin. I only used the other one. Gemolidin Bakradinov. Hello. Sorry for butchering your username. You're really sure what I'm doing. You gave me a really good boost to start with Axum. To be honest, your Axum course is one of the best and simple to understand. Thank you one more. Thank you for that. I'm super glad it's helpful. And happy about that. Even though like it's been out there for a while, I'm glad it's like still providing a lot of help. Zilby, you're here. Let's point the camera at you. Hi. Okay. Zilby Cam. Let's see. Batman, hello. How are you doing today? You started Rust with the Coding Garden video. Oh man, that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was 5 years ago. Well, I'm glad you were able to start off with that, and it was helpful. How are you enjoying Rust since then? If you're writing your own app, it's either PG or SQLite. I've used SQLite a few times in some like small apps or like small little things. I've never used it in like an actual app that any users other than myself would use. I keep on wanting to use it in something and then not necessarily finding like a really good use case for it. I think it's mostly because I'm not building the type of apps that it's really good at, which is like single like solo apps on my own system. Like multi-user apps that are like deployed to the cloud don't like, you don't use MySQL for that, or sorry, SQLite for that. Serotonin, or is it dopamine? Well, I mean, with a cat it's probably both, because the cats will not really, they're cats, right? It's been a wonderful experience. You've been mainly programming Rust now. Are you gonna do an... No, I've not been doing Evan code. I've been doing Mad Pod Racing instead, which is a coding game. So if you watch CJ, you know about the coding. You know about coding game, and so we've been playing not the sort of competition stuff, but more of like a racing AI type game that we've been building. We finally got into Metal League, to Bronze League last night. So I'm happy about that. So it is like a fun challenge, but we're not going for that one. Mostly because I'm also really terrible at those type of challenges. Xanax, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so let's try this. We're gonna do select. I want to select the p dot post ID. So really what I probably want is p.text from posts, and then union. Wait, do I do the where? I do the where, right? Where post p, where p dot post ID is equal to 1, and I want a union select p2 dot text from posts p2, where p2 dot parent ID is equal to... Now, can I do p dot post ID? Can I do something like that? Even though I know what it is, this would probably work. I'm just really curious if this would work the way we expect it to. Missing from clause for table P. Post P. Oh, from posts. Oh, no. Okay, so this won't work, because each one is actually a completely separate select statement. So this one has nothing to do with this one. So I can't see. This has to be P2 then. Okay. Good to know. So obviously, I wonder whether that worked. So you're gonna be 1. So that gives me you. So we get the 2 children and the parent. Okay, that's not bad. You have a new schedule or daily to-do list. You don't know what to call it. Schedule, habit system, I don't know. Routines. It all works. Okay, so this gives a, now how do we know that it's there? So if we also get, now if I ask you for the text and the parent ID, so ooh, each union query must have the same number of columns. Okay, good to know. So now the first one, now we can see, okay, this is the parent because it's null and option. Okay. That's good to know. I think, okay, I think this could do it. And then oh right. Oh, and then we have to order by. Right. We're gonna order by before the union. I want to order by post ID. Oh no, it doesn't like the order by there. After the union. Oh, so okay. I see. Order by affects the entire thing probably. So this would be, now, can I access something like P at this point in time? No, I have to do it by P2. No, oh, okay. I get it. So I can only do things that show up. No? Can I not do order by at all? Can I do P dot text? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I need, I already got text. Why am I getting text again? So if I get the post ID, okay. So that gives me the orders that they were created in. Okay. I mean, I think this literally is what we're wanting here. Now, if we wanted the count system, the count thing, then that would also be in here. So before the union, we'd want from, okay, so in here, I want count. Oh, it's going to be a subquery, isn't it? So select P. Yeah, so I don't actually need to use the names in here, the aliases, except here in a select. This is where I would need them. So it'd be something like, now I can use P2 for this first one. So each one would be P and P2 essentially, which is not necessarily all that great. So select that one thing from posts where parent ID is equal to P, I guess like equal to 1, because we know what that is. Did that copy? It did copy. Oh, and P2, okay, so I can't use that. Oh, I didn't alias. So I think I can just do this. I need to set my terminal I could jump back by words. I don't think I ever did that. All right, now what are you upset at? Oh, group by. Forgot group by. So then for each of these, we need to do, so we have order by there. So then I believe for each of them, we're going to have to do a group by post ID. Control left doesn't work in terminal. Not by default. You have to configure it. I believe I could set that up. More than one row returned by a subquery used as an expression. Wait, more than one row? Isn't that what I wanted? Savia Delac, hello, welcome. Saying that's a fabulous kitty. Zilby is a fabulous kitty. Oh, doesn't any feature complete terminal? In other terminals, I've always had to configure it and just like add in the ability to like just sort of start doing that. Just the one group at the end? We could try that. We could try that. Yeah. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So group by. Okay, so what was this problem? This was error, more than one row returned by a subquery used as an expression. No. Error, each union query must have the same number of columns. Oh, I did a silly. Why did I remove the group? I didn't remove the group by. I removed the count. Yeah. Okay, so select remove post select post ID from posts where parent ID is equal to 1. What am I doing? What 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 craziness is in my brain where I thought that I could add it in after the where? I just like saw the union. I was like, okay, well, it goes there, right? Apparently, I'm more tired than I thought. Column p.text must appear in group by clause. Okay, so what if I kind of want to remove all of these and just do text parent ID, post ID, count, select post ID from post where parent ID equals that. Okay, from posts, that's not alias, where post ID equals 1. We're going to union select text parent ID post ID count select post ID from post where parent ID equals 1, so that's the exact same thing. From post p2 where parent ID is equal 1, group by post ID, order by post ID. Column post.text must appear in a group by. Okay, so group by post ID text. Column post.text must appear in the group by clause or be used in an aggregate function. So select text parent ID post ID. So is that the first one? Oh, do I want to count the replies to replies? It'd be nice if I could. Yeah. Because then I can see like, oh, this one has X number of replies too. Oh, it would be, this would be different. You're right. This is different logic. Instead of parent ID equals 1, this would be parent ID equals post dot post ID, something like that. Now I'm attempting to use the group by text here, so text and post ID. That's not happy. You can use a CTE to do 2 unions and then do the count in the main query. Oh, okay. I was hoping that this would work. And we'd be able to use, so I guess we have to do OD-C tells you the term key press escape codes. Oh, really? Hold on. What is OD? Man OD. Oh, it's a decimal. It's a octal decimal hex dump, and then -D output unsigned decimal shorts. Oh no, C. Output C style escaped characters. Oh, cool. Yeah, that looks interesting. Okay, so we'll have to use a with for the CTE to get both things. Okay. Well, first of all, I guess we should test to make sure that the thing is working the way we expect it to for everything else, right? So I believe we know how this works without the count. We just need both types to be the same. So for get one post, we're going to want, so DB post with replies, we're going to get the ID text likes, reply ID, reply text, reply right likes, and then probably something like that, right? No, this is just going to get all of them. It's really just going to be, we're going to get the ID. That's guaranteed to be there. Text is guaranteed to be there. Likes is guaranteed to be there. And then we have the parent ID, which is not. And that's the only way for us to tell if this is a child or not. So this is DB post with replies. All right, let's see if we can do this. Helps with debugging strange terminal weirdness so you can see what your terminal thinks that you pressed. Oh, okay, yeah, I could see that being helpful. I think it's more of because I'm using Alacrity, I have to configure it properly. I think by default it tries to, and then I might have accidentally turned it off, or I may have to just like enable a field or just tell it what I want to do. Okay, so for this, we're gonna do select. I want the post ID. Which this is really post ID as ID. What else were we getting? Okay, ID text likes and parent ID. So text likes parent ID from posts where post ID is equal to $1. Now, if I just do this, you're happy now, right? You're happy now. So that works. Use Alacrity, you don't have to remember mapping it. I might have accidentally turned it off. I remember I went through their like the settings and played with it, which I have settings still now, so therefore I probably turned it off. Okay, so select from where, now we do the union. So union, and then it's gonna be select post ID as ID, text likes parent ID from posts where parent ID is equal to $1. Okay, so the trait bound I32 from option is not satisfied. How do I turn this? Is it so you said there was a way for me to tell it that what type this is going to be. I don't know if I can say that it's an option, right? Or that it's like, oh, is there a union type or whatever? As ID. Well, I did. As changes that, right? Does the, I don't think that works, right? Because then it's gonna say we already have I already have an as ID for the post ID. How do I make sure that it knows that this is optional and that it's not required? Parent ID. The parent ID is a problem, I believe. let's double check. Yes, it's the parent ID because this is the only one that's optional. So if we take a look at this and then we also go down and we look at the only thing that's option here is the, nope, not that one, this one. Parent ID has an option I32 in it. But this parent ID is an option. Why is that? Wait a second. The parent ID is already an option. Post ID as ID, post ID as ID. So these two are I32s as well, and they're required. And I have you required like that. Text string likes I32 parent ID, okay? That should be fine. That is the post ID it's confused with. Wait, which thing is it confused with? Hold on. So if I just take this. Oh, can I not? I can't go up. Oh no. Okay. We have to go the fun way. We don't have to go the fun way. I am too lazy to do that. We are just hard coding this in here. Yeah, okay. So hard code it. So this is working as expected. We get the things that we want. Okay, I'll take a look at that Diablo. Yeah, I set up a config too, and it's probably not the right one. Scott, hello. How are you doing today? Use post ID as post ID, same with text and likes. Really? So post ID, so even though I put in here ID like that, I have to change this to post ID or ID. Like, wait, do I have to do it with the quotes? So do post ID as ID, post ID as ID. Oh, whatever it's called, just with an exclamation mark. Oh, yeah, I saw Scott. Toggle said that he has COVID. Okay. Expected 0 parameters got 1. Well, it liked it here. It updated you to now have an exclamation point. That's fun. His 2E will never be done. We all know that projects never get finished. They just fade away from the current working plan. The question is it going to be done to the point where we're happy with it? Okay, so Interesting. The quotes then add in the... Yeah, expected 0 parameters got 1. So that's not helpful either. That works, but now it's expecting that this has an exclamation point on here. Which I'm not sure how to handle that. Well, that would be, wait a second. That's also true, Chantilly. He can continue the TUI once he's over COVID. Or remove the post ID you passed in. Oh, is this what it's yelling at? Oh, of course. The trait bound, okay. String from option string is not satisfied. Did that turn into a string? Now rename text to that. Oh, so everything has to be that. It's like, we're probably going to do that with likes too, right? Accept parent ID, which is already an option. Okay. So accept that. So we save you. Ooh, okay, okay. So this turns it into optional, right? This makes it optional. Very nice. What does it do to it? What does the exclamation point do? Are you having a problem where your columns are named the same in multiple tables, so your statement is ambiguous? Not here. Here we have one table. We have one table, but it's a self-referenced thing. So therefore not that problem. It defaults to thinking everything is nullable, so the bang says this is not nullable. Trust me. Isn't it the opposite? Because it has trouble with the this. Oh wait, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right. All right. So, anyways, I want to. Let's see. So if we do this, I should be able to just. I think we get this back, right? Fetch all, and then I just respond with a reply post. So ID, text, likes, replies. Okay, I want to see what happens now. So if I hit this with 1, we get hello world. Replies is 0 items. Oh, right, because now we have to update all of this. Okay, so get one post, we fetch all. I'm getting the first post, but I don't think this is right anymore. We actually, you know what? I bet we can make the assumption that the first post is. We're not ordering by, so we should order by. Order by post ID. Order by ascending. Wait, ID doesn't exist? Oh no. I thought I could do order by here. Oh, what generates your post IDs? Serial. So it's just auto incremented numbers from the database. Oh, because it's... Okay, is this a Postgres thing or is this a SQL X thing? Opus Bopus, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so if I do that, now I should trust that the first, okay, so the first one is the one that is the parent one. We know that, absolutely. And we have no replies in here, and that's fine. Okay, so if I just save you, we come back to here and we hit you and we say, okay, post 1, we get hello world first post. Great. If I do post 3, which is a, hey, no more crashing. Okay. Hello world first post. You know what? It would potentially help if I put this back and we used and I did that again. Okay. Try this again. So 1 gives me hello world first post. 2 gives me hi. 3 gives me hello. Okay, and hello doesn't have any replies. So, okay, we're no longer crashing, so we're in a much better place than we were before. Excellent. Don't trust those to be as sane as you think. It only guarantees to give you a new ID, but it can roll over. It can also skip numbers. Failed transactions still consume the generated. Yeah, I don't really necessarily care about it that much, as long as it's not like the same as some other number. But like oftentimes like at my day job, I just end up using UUIDs. But in tutorials and courses, I often do serial because it's simpler and people know about it already, and then I usually don't have to like explain UUIDs then because it's easier. But like perhaps we should, when we do the full Axum course, I might do both then. Is like, okay, let's start with serial, let's switch to UUIDs. Or maybe we could just do a database course and talk about that. King, hello. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Also, I've never really worked in the world of sharding and everything else, so having like multiple databases that like have to keep up to sync. So I've never been in the world where I'm storing that much data or have that much uptime or everything else that I need. So that's probably why I haven't run into problems myself with it. Okay, so we order by ID ascending. So let's see. Now I want to take our replies. We're gonna put this into a map. So we're gonna do. Okay. Now I don't want the first. So the first here takes out the first. It essentially gets a borrow of the first. I don't want that. I want to remove the first. So removes and returns the element of position within the vector, shifting all of those. So I want to remove 0. And then what do you return? You just return the thing. Oh. Is there a try remove? I know there's not take. There's an iter mute. There's no remove. There's no take. Oh, you're just so upset about all this. So I guess now I have to do if db post dot is empty, then we'll do then I get the first, so let first equals db post remove index 0, and then you will be a db post iter map Okay, so I want to return a post. Okay, so ID is going to be a db post dot ID. Text is a db post dot text. And replies, we'll just make this an empty vector for right now. Actually, wait, aren't you, you're an option 64, so what if I set you to be a, are you okay if I just do none? Okay, what was I supposed to do? Replies, collect you into the thing you're supposed to be. You need to be mutable. Oh, you're a reply post, not a post. Okay, hold on. We need to fix you. Okay, and then you're supposed to be, oh, a vec post. So you could just be an empty vector here for right now. We collect you. A value type vec post. Let's see. You're not a post though, right? You're now a reply post that I want. I get the replies. I put the oh, never mind. You are post. Ugh. Okay. I misread. We'll just say sum 0. There. That makes it happy. Okay, I had it right. I just didn't do it right. Okay, so here we go. We're happy here. A common technique is to use serial or big serial explicitly 64 and 128-bit. I use serial. I use serial is what I use. I would into iter, take next, and collect the rest. Oh, that is a good idea. But I still need... Yeah, so instead of remove, I would do something like let hosts. So let db hosts equals db host dot into iterator. So I do that one. I have to check if it's empty anyways. So into iterator, and then instead of this, we just call next. That gives us the first one. Oh, yeah, no, that does work. Okay, hold on. Return error. No, it's return okay, none. That's what we're returning. You need to be mutable. Okay, and then for you, we do okay, so we get the first, then we do the entire thing you, and so this is db, so replies, then, so that gives me the first. Now I want the hosts and just map the rest of it. Okay, there we go. Strangely enough, if I was doing this, my post table primary key would probably be big serial generated by default as identity. Uses the new PG-10 feature that came out like 5 years ago to unfootgum primary key sequences. Oh, interesting. Okay. You haven't really been paying attention to all the new cool stuff with Postgres. Maybe sometime we can do a deep dive into like proper setup of Postgres and using that. Okay. Clippy says remove the text clone. Yeah, okay. I don't know why would it yelled at me before, and then I had to add it in to make it unyell at me, and now it unyells at me. I guess because I own it now. I took ownership with into. Yeah, that's why. It's no longer an option. Option? Yeah, no longer is an option, so I can just take ownership of it. You're kind of making me think how hard it'd be to actually do what you're doing right now, but for Discord instead. Oh. Yeah, I mean, all these things are fun. They're one of those things where it's like ads. It's a thing. Marco, hello. Sorry, took me a little while to see it. Hi, I'm a developer, a website using Axum HTMX. I have a question. What should I return from the handler function? I tried to return a result, custom response, error response, but it's too complicated. I guess like it depends, right? You're trying to return the HTML, right? So that should be the result. In the OK of the result, that would be the HTML that you're sending back. And then you probably need to also make sure that there's a header set for the content type. Otherwise, it might not know that it's HTML. Does that answer the question, or am I completely off? Oh, you really hate Discord. A Matrix isn't really taking off because all the Matrix clients suck. The protocol is fine. And the other problem with Matrix is there are too many clients, right? So like, it's sort of like there's an if you want people that aren't into technology to use something like Discord, then it needs to be really simple, like way simpler, like to the point where there's no choices, because every choice is fear in the mind of somebody who's not a tech person. And if you get enough fear, they're just going to just say, nope, I am not into this. Use Zulip to communicate with other Rust people. I've never heard of Zulip. Okay, post 1. So I want to get these 1 posts, so we have replies. We now have reply. So, okay, we have hi and hello again. Okay, perfect. And then that is the order, right, that we're expecting to see. So hello world, first post, hi, and then hello again. Perfect. Okay, awesome. For 2, so I want to go in and see, now I want to get this hi one here. So you see hi, and it has hello as the one that's reply to it. Perfect. And then 3 has no replies at all. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Josh Finney, hello. What's Rapid API? Rapid API is a API sort of testing type application. Think Postman. It used to be known as PAW, like PAW, like a dog's foot, cat's foot. But it I like we've gone through a bunch of these here. The main negative is that I can't make any of this bigger for you all, which sucks. But I can export all the requests into any format that I want, including not just like curl and other stuff. I can export it to like Postman collections and other things. So probably like what that allows me to do then is at the end of this, I can export this and then put it into the README so anybody else can import it. I can't do that with Postman, and I can't do that with the other one that we were using, Insomnia. And yeah, Insomnia like updated. Now you have to log into it, and it's like it's just why are they all trying to make me pay per month for like this? I don't get it. It's like this is not an application. Like I feel like Postman is like they have features that make it really nice for teams. And it's like, okay, for that one, I can see paying for some of those features. Everything else is so far behind Postman. I don't really see how they're gonna like get enough market share. Okay, so Zulip is the official chat platform for Rust C developers. Interesting. Okay, I've never gotten into Rust C development, so that would explain that. Okay, so we have you. Now, the other question was the count thing. Could I get the count for the children? Now, if I just add this in here, so if we just say I want count select post ID from posts where post ID is equal to where post ID is equal to $1, no, $1. select post ID from post where parent ID is equal to that. Now we need a group by. Group by happens after the where, before the order by, right? Group by, okay, so post ID. Now, do you need to be the $? Column post to post today must appear in group by clause or used. Okay, so column post today must appear in a group by clause or used in a. I wonder if I can't group by it because it doesn't see it. I can group by ID like that. So then. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay. So post ID must appear in a group by clause or be used in an aggregate function. Okay, so because the union thing, now I can't do group by isn't here, right? That would be really cool, but I doubt that I can do that. What did I do? Delete. I wanted Y. Hold on. No field name count. It's an option I-64. Okay. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Oh, I forgot. It is an I-64 and it is an option. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't care about the first count at all, but I care about this count. And since we're throwing away the first one after getting this, now for you, we come in here, so you reply sum, and then this will be dbpost dot count. I already have an option. Okay, so now 3. Well, okay. You didn't have any children anyways. So for 2, your replies is 1. You have 1 replies. Is that true? I feel like that's not true. No, yeah, 3 doesn't have any children. So 1 replies is off. Oh, for 1. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Error. Getting 1 post returned from data is more than 1 row returned by a subquery used as an expression. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, so it works when there's less than 1 row. used by this subquery. But if there's more than one row, isn't that what count's supposed to do though? Is like turn that into something else? I guess I don't know how to use count properly. Oh, and then this thing needs to be this post. So you're right. This is going to be inaccurate and not going to work for us. So I think you're right, Asitsu. We're going to need a CTE to work with this. Yeah, so this is going to be inaccurate. I wanted to count the children of this post. So this one would work. This is going to be accurate. So give me everything that has. Oh, wait. This would be parent ID. So give me everything where the parent ID is this. But then UR need to be where you're equal to the ID something like that. I don't know if I can do that. I column ID bang does not exist. Oh, and I probably don't want to do this. Oh, but I do need to do that. Oh, it's a pain. So I need something like post P and do P.U do P dot post ID why not do the vec length and skip the child count? I'm not getting it, right? I'm not getting the children of the children. That's what I really want, is I want to get the count of the children that I'm getting. I'm getting the immediate children who have the parent ID of this, but I want to know how many children does that have. I think that this might work. That'd be pretty awesome if it does. Maxie, hello. Thank you for the raid. How are you all doing today? Maxie, how was your stream? What are you working on? It was great. You're working on multiplayer for your game with Spacetime DB. Okay, I think I've heard of Spacetime DB once before. I've never looked at it. You pointed just the top post when saying what you wanted before. Okay, yeah, that's true. So I gave bad information what I wanted. Makes sense. I do that a lot. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, how is Spacetime DB working for you? Is it I can't remember. I've only heard the word, like the name for it, and like somebody requested that I look into it. But then besides that, I don't remember what exactly like is the big DB parts of it, like how it differs. It's a Rust DB, right? So this works fine, except when we have an error. Then it's not fine at all. Oh no! Sorry about that, Diablo. This is the link. It's a pretty cool thing for a game backend. It's a DB and a server in one. You get all data synced automatically and it works very fast, even for real-time multiplayer. But you're still figuring it out. Oh, cool. Okay. So it's basically a way for like multiple clients essentially sharing data using the spacetime DB as the, I don't know what the right word would be for it. It's not like a broker or something, but it's basically becomes like a shared data store where it's like auto syncing with each other. Does it use like WebSockets or something behind the scenes? More than one row returned by a subquery used as an expression. That would be in this one, right? Can I also just say that I want null? I don't think I could do something like that. Isn't there a way for me to like just select something? Oh, is it just string count? Like if I just do string 0. Yeah. You can think of SpacetimeDB as both a relational database and a server combined into one. Instead of deploying a web or a game server that sits in between your clients and your database, clients connect directly to the database and execute your logic inside the database itself. No more Docker, Kubernetes, VMs, microservices, or extensive ops infrastructure. I love how it says no more of this when you never need those in the first place. You come from the land of real hardware. I come from, I do a lot of web stuff. So like, to be honest, I am using Hasura, which basically is the same thing, except not like remove the speed, and it just serves the interface through GraphQL. But that like it does the rest of the exact same thing there. Does it have authentication stuff built into it? I would assume it has to, otherwise allowing the client to say what it's going to run, like as long as it can validate stuff and do cool stuff with that, which I think I can get with Hasura. I don't know if I can get with something else. You could build machines with hundreds of cores and literal terabytes of RAM. See, when you have that kind of money for your stuff, then that's good to go. Can I just say first? Can I just oh wait, how do I get oh, limit 1. It's limit 1. Okay. So starting at 3 this time, we're good there. We're good there. So hello has no children. That's good. And okay, so you have hello world first post. Hey, I think we got it. I think we got it. Excellent. Sylvie, I'm sorry. I was really loud. Valentin Marco, hello. I'm the single guy that wrote in YouTube and lost the answer, so you're post here. Right now, I am developing the backend part, so I only return the JSON. You only return the JSON and 200 if there's some data. Otherwise, I return different status codes and a JSON, like so, message error to string. So you only return the JSON and 200 if there's some error, if there's some data. Otherwise, you return a different status code. Okay, yeah, that's normal. I guess like are you saying like that's too complicated, or is it just like running into problems? Or I guess what's the problem? And if we can't fix it on, or if I can't help on stream because I do have limited time before I have to end today, but we can, if we join in on Discord, we can continue chatting about it too for the rest of the day as well. Thank you, Chantilly, for the link. I also added the link to Discord. It's somewhere in Twitch. It's like in the social links. I added a link in there. Yeah, it's one of the problems. It's like the good thing, Diablo, when you do that, you have full control. It's the best. Also, you have full control. It's the worst. Like it's just right work. But if you have a team, if you have people to work on it, then that's perfect. I could swear you were on the Discord at one point in time, but maybe oh, you know what? I probably just remember you from the other Discords that I'm on. Okay, I think we got it. This is now, we get one post and we get the children of the post along with the count of the children. So like, woo, okay, we got it. Let's clean this up and then we'll do a review really quickly. All right. Okay, you haven't get up, so you continue the thread there if you want. Sure, yeah. If you then send a link to GitHub somewhere, that I won't immediately lose it. All companies are technology companies, no matter if they know it or not. Yep, I actually had a boss that was good at saying that, but I don't think he actually understood what he was trying to say. Albert, thank you for the quack sound. Wait, did you promise me a quack sound? I thought I played you a quack sound from Danaka. But thank you for that. Also, is that you just quacking? That's awesome. We should petition to get Danaka to add that into the quack library. If wrangling your tech stack isn't a core competency, you're already screwed. But how many companies actually have the people to do that? These days, it's actually like, especially like startups, there's no way. I don't think I'm on Ray Marches, and I don't think I'm on Hedges. I'm on neither. I don't think I'm on either of those. I'm on, let's see, I'm in CF Griffins and Tim clicks. I'm in Bunnyville, Coding Garden. Mr. Halsey's, although Mr. Halsey's not been active in a while. But yeah, I should probably join some of those other ones. Cool. Thank you, Diablo. Okay, yeah. So let's go over this. Let's before we end the stream today, let's review what did we do. So initially we thought we were going to have to be on we were going to have to use a recursive with statement, which allows us to basically write a query and then self-reference that same query as the output for the next, iteration of the query. That's going to obviously be a little bit more complicated, but as Asitsu reminded us today, hey, we should take a look at union queries. So that's exactly what we did. So here's what we got. We do a full select with this, where we select, okay, get post ID as. Now this bang here is allowing us to say, hey, look, this is actually optional. We may not have it, or we might have, no, we actually do have it. The bang is like, is required. We have it, don't worry. We have it. Text, we absolutely have this. Yep, we have that. Likes, we have this. Parent ID, we already know in our model in Rust that we may not have this, so it's fine. It's going to be an option. And then we do this count. So I want the number of posts that the child, that are the number of responses to this post. And so that's what this count is doing. This count requires us to do a group by for this ID here. Okay, so I do this from posts. I make sure that it's where post ID, and I'm parameterizing this ID here that I'm grabbing in from here. So if I want post ID 1, that gives me all the post ID 1. Okay, great. Then we do this union keyword. So think of union as kind of like a join, but instead of joining into the same query, it's a completely separate query, and it needs to have the exact same columns, because it's actually just going to be do the first query and now do the second query and sort of just mush them together. Like first one's first and then second one comes in afterwards. And then we can order by at the very end for everything. So union, then we do a completely another select. So I want to select our, get our post ID. These have to be match these, because again, it's all going into one query. It's not like a join where it's just going to create new columns and then just be one really wide table. It's going to be sort of like a thin table if you want to think of it that way. I'm having to use the aliasing here because for our count, I actually want things that are children of this this post. So the parent ID is actually this post ID. By aliasing, I actually get access to this post as opposed to this post. So fun times. Okay, so where the parent ID equals this stamp. So the parent ID is this one. So now we're getting the children. So we get the parent, then we get the children. We do the group by, which is for that count. The order by applies to the entire table after the union happens. And then then it just returns, and then our model that we're getting back here is this. So we have our ID. Because I didn't put options, that's why I had to put those exclamation points in there. So we have our text, our likes, our parent ID, That one already is an option. And then account. Counts come in from Postgres, at least, with as an option I64. So just something to be aware of. And then I am taking this. I'm getting the first one. So I'm actually turning it into an iterator. I'm doing an into iterator, so I just take ownership of it, which is perfectly fine. I'm just running next manually. Next just gets the next thing. It does give me with an option here, because what if there is no next thing? So if there is no next thing, that's perfectly fine. That's actually going to be a, it's not going to be an error. So I should be able to come here and say like, hey, I want like 99. And it should just, it's going to give me a 404 not found. I handle that in the route handler by saying, oh yeah, no, this post doesn't exist. So that's coming from this none. So it knows like, oh, okay, let's return a 404. All right, well, now that we know that the 404 doesn't exist, I can, from the first post here, I can set up what our ID or text or likes are, which is great. I don't need the count anymore because we already now have the direct replies, so I'm just letting that drop. For the replies, we're mapping through the iterator that we already have, so I don't need to do like another into iterator. I already have the iterator, right? So we're mapping through this. I'm taking each one, I'm turning it into a specific post. That needs an ID, text, replies, and then likes, and then replies is just the count, which I already have. It's already an option. Everything's good. I collect it. Notice I don't need to do the turbofish syntax here because it already knows exactly what this is going to be based upon the return type of Rust. So easy, nice. And then I just return the entire thing. And there we go. Now we have exactly what we want. And we now have, let's go into our README. We can get the immediate response to the post. We checked this out, but we didn't use any of that stuff up. We're good to go. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to replace you. And there we go. We're good to go. Next up, so tomorrow morning, we will continue with update post and then delete post. Both of those should be fairly simple for us to do. And we should be good. So with that, let's, I think then we'll be done with the project. So we might be done tomorrow morning, definitely by the end of this week, I would imagine. And then we'll move on to you, which will be implementing the front end for this. All right. So let's see, anything I missed in chat? Diablo, but yeah, like, no, I've met tech founders as part of a startup duo or triplet who are very strong, jack of all trades guys. Their desktop main is Linux and not a mainstream DE. They use some ridiculous language like Zig or Nim, but use Rust at work so they can actually hire people, have opinions about databases, craft brew, wear programmer socks, build their own keyboard with enough RGB lights to brown out the neighborhood, etc., etc. At the start, you only need one guy, just the right guy. And that's the thing, is like, if you have a founder who has that technical knowledge to be able to hire the right guy, that's great. If you don't, or you don't have the capital to hire the right guy and like spend money on that kind of stuff, then using like a cloud system can be the way to go. And like usually at some point in time, it can make a lot of sense to sort of switch over. Like for example, I'm not going to use self-hosted type stuff probably. I don't really see me using self-hosted like database stuff for Brooks builds anytime in the future for a variety of reasons. Now, that being said, I could still just set up like a VPC and like set up a database and self-host it there. I could do that. I just don't want to because I'm lazy right now. So I pay someone else to do it for me. But yeah, it's a thing. Okay, so first off, thank you everybody for joining in to the Discord server. Let's see, and then did I see the link somewhere? I did not see that. So I think we got everything else. Oh no, course up. So Valentin Marco, okay, you're posting there. Yeah, we'll chat in there throughout the day. So yeah, I've got my day job to head to for this afternoon. I will be back at around 2:30 p.m. We're going to continue Mad Pod Racing. We are in Bronze League now. I haven't looked to see if we got out of Bronze League. My guess is no, because I did not get an email saying like, hey, congratulations, you are out of Bronze 1 or whatever it is. So we'll probably need to do some more tweaking and playing with the race, and we'll sort of see how far we get there before we get, you know, hopefully I don't want to spend too much time like just tweaking if we don't like get promoted. So we'll sort of chat about how long we want to stay in that game before we get bored of it, because there's plenty of programming games for us to play. All right, so with that all being said and done, that's not the right thing. I wanted to open up you. Let's see. Sherry Mike's art is learning Kotlin and Jetpack. We can do a raid for Sherry Mike's art. So let's do that. So /raid for you. All right. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Obviously, the raid is going to be on Twitch only for everybody on YouTube. Have a great rest of your day as well. And I will see you all next time. Bye.